North Korea may have reached a stage where it can carry out another provocation at any given time. Rival party lawmakers quoted the National Intelligence Service as saying Pyongyang is ready for a nuke test at Tunnel 3 of its Punggye-ri site, while Tunnel 4 is currently under construction. The NIS also noted the regime could begin reprocessing spent fuel rods at its Yongbyon nuclear complex late this year. The intel agency also highlighted the possibility of additional missile launches as active movements of vehicles have been detected at the missile research facility in Pyongyang. The NIS added the Hermit Kingdom is expected to continue its nuke tests and step up efforts to miniaturize and diversify its warheads. It's also reporting North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un reinforced surveillance of the regime's top officials and appears to have resumed public executions.
North Korea is reportedly improving its existing KN-20 intercontinental ballistic missile to make it capable of reaching the United States. In the meantime, South Korea has successfully tested a surface-to-air missile for taking out enemy planes and may soon upgrade that weapon so it can shoot down ballistic missiles. Kim Hyun-bin reports.
Several U.S. officials have reportedly told CNN that North Korea is currently enhancing its KN-20 ICBM to improve its nuclear and missile capabilities. According to the officials, the new improvements are forcing the U.S. to recalculate the timing of the North Korean threat and necessitating continuous updates to its military response options. They added that Pyongyang is also upgrading its nuclear fuel, missile launchers, guidance, and targeting system. This comes as President Donald Trump is scheduled to begin his first Asia tour next week, where the regime's threats will be a major topic of discussion. Washington believes that the regime could take the critical step of mounting a miniaturized warhead on top of an ICBM next year. The chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, Joseph Dunford, testified to Congress that North Korea poses the greatest threat to America. During Defense Secretary James Mattis's visit to Seoul last week, he acknowledged that North Korea has accelerated the threat that it poses to its neighbors and the world through its illegal and unnecessary missile and nuclear weapons programs. Meanwhile, on Thursday, South Korea's Air Force testified a domestically produced mid-range surface-to-air missile, the 𝐁𝐫𝐞𝐚, and scored a direct hit on an airborne target 40 kilometers away. This was the first test of the 𝐁𝐫𝐞 since it was added to the Air Force's arsenal earlier this year. The 𝐁𝐫𝐞 is a surface-to-air missile that was developed to take down airborne targets, such as enemy airplanes and fighter jets. The Air Force is looking into developing an upgraded version of the 𝐁𝐫𝐞 that can intercept incoming ballistic missiles. Kim Hyun-bin, Arirang News.
South Korea's spy agency predicts Pyongyang is preparing to carry out additional nuclear tests, after noting active movement of vehicles around a missile research institute in Pyongyang. A report based on South Korea's National Intelligence Service, NIS, information which has been seen by CNN also said Pyongyang will continue to push for the development of miniaturized, diversified nuclear warheads. The report was co-written by Representative Kim Byung-kee and other members of South Korea's Parliamentary Intelligence Committee after a closed-door briefing by the National Intelligence Service, NIS, on Thursday. Tunnel 3, at the Punggye-ri test site, is ready to carry out a nuclear test at any time, the report notes. North Korea last claimed to have successfully conducted a test of a hydrogen bomb in early September, the country's sixth nuclear test. That explosion created a magnitude 6.3 tremor, making it the most powerful weapon Pyongyang has ever tested. On Thursday, the regime dismissed regional press reports that one tunnel at the underground nuclear test site collapsed after Pyongyang's sixth missile test in September, killing hundreds of North Korean workers. A report from state news agency KCNA accused Japan of circulating fake news after its TV Asahi carried a report, citing an unnamed North Korean official claiming up to 200 people were killed in a tunnel collapse. In addition to a potential future nuclear test, North Korea is working on an advanced version of its existing N.-20 intercontinental ballistic missile that could potentially reach the United States, less than 6 months after it launched its first ICBM, a U.S. official told CNN. Additional improvements are underway to North Korea's nuclear fuel, missile launchers, guidance and targeting systems as well, officials say. All of this comes as President Donald Trump is about to travel to Asia, where North Korea's weapons will be a major topic of discussion. In the first 10 months of this year, North Korea launched 22 missiles and tested a hydrogen bomb, while threatening to fire missiles over the U.S. territory of Guam and conduct an atmospheric nuclear test. Last month, U.S. Secretary of Defense James Mattis said Washington does not accept a nuclear North Korea and said any use of nuclear weapons by the North will be met with a massive military response, effective and overwhelming.